brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you. So that you may lull the old one back to slumber.
Como estes, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're headed to the Nexus. Message. Kougeki. Attack. The first character, Ko, has work to the left as its radical. The second character has hand underneath as its radical. Notice that hand underneath looks different from hand when it's to the left. Ido, movement. The first character, I, has grain to the left as its radical. The second character, Do, has strength to the right as its radical. Guard. Target. Now, as we work our way through these first levels, we're going to start building a core vocabulary. But your goal right now, if you're brand new, isn't to focus on remembering every word and every character. What you should concentrate on is looking at these different characters and breaking them down into their smaller parts, even if you don't have names for those smaller parts yet. That's the crucial skill that you're learning here. Itai, corpse. Wrapped around the left and bottom of the first character is the road or path radical. Item. Mikazuki, crescent moon. This word is written with 3 simple characters. 3, sun, and moon. Backstep. You'll notice that this little character Tsu is transliterated 2 different ways in the same word. They use the kana Tsu in both its hiragana and katakana forms in a similar way to how we use an H in the English language. Imagine that the term shithead was one word with no space in between. You might accidentally read this aloud as shithid if you didn't know when an H stood on its own and made its own sound, and when it was modifying another consonant to make a digraph. But if we keep regular H's full size and make the digraph H's half size, then there's never any room for confusion. So when you see this hiragana or this katakana in full size, it makes a tsu sound. But when it's half size, it doesn't make any sound of its own. Instead, it doubles and intensifies the consonant of the next character. That's how it's able to be a K and a P in the word backstep. Kanameishi, archstone. The first character has woman underneath as its radical, and the second character just means stone. Kyokogeki. We've already seen Kougeki, which means to attack. This has the prefix kyo, which when in front of any word means strong, and it has the bow to the left radical. Parry. Kaifuku, restoration. The character on the left means to revolve, the character on the right means to restore, and it has the going man radical. Buki, weapon. The first character means military or martial. The second means article or item. So military article means weapon. Kirikai, switch. Kiri comes from kiru, meaning to cut. Kai comes from kairu, meaning to change. Hangetsu, half moon. The first character is pretty easy to recognize, and it means half. The second is moon, which we've seen before, but it was with a different reading. Talisman. Na, name. This character is made of evening over mouth. Kiri, fog. This has the rain on top radical. The rain on top radical deals with just about anything weather related. Kusa, grass. This is the character for grass, and it also has the grass radical, the 3 lines at the top. The grass radical deals with just about any plant life smaller than a full-grown tree. Kakusan no Senpei, Vanguard. Kakusan is made up of one character that means to widen or spread out, and san, which means to scatter. So widen and scatter make to spread out. The simple round character in the center of this boss's name is the no particle. And the last 2 characters are the word senpei. Sen means the front or in front of, and pei comes from hei, meaning soldier. But the key thing about this boss's name as far as we're concerned is the particle no. It's an extremely common, useful, and versatile particle. Whenever in a text you see x no y, it means y of x. And it's used in a wide variety of different expressions. So as I've already explained, Kakusan means to spread out. Senpei means forward soldier, so Kakusan no Senpei is forward soldier that spreads out. So while senpei is enough on its own to mean vanguard, the fact that it's the forward guard of spreading out suggests that it's actually more like a skirmisher or some forward unit of scouts. Hairo, gray. The first character means ash, and the second means color, which we've seen before. So ash color makes gray. Around the upper left of the character for ash is the cliff radical. Beneath it is the character for fire. So we're going to be wrapping things up here in a minute. What I recommend you do as an exercise is find any Japanese text online, it doesn't matter what it is, and just focus on looking at characters and breaking them down to their components. Now, you're not trying to read it for comprehension, you're just trying to break down what the characters are made of and how they work. If you recognize any radicals or graphemes that you learned in the videos, that's great, but if not, just come up with your own little nicknames for them. Mangetsu, full moon. The character for full, man, has the water to the left radical. Tojiru, to close. The largest portion of the first character looks like the doors of a saloon. That's the gate radical. Kouseki, hard stone. The first character has the radical for stone, and the second character is the character for stone. Eiseki, sharp stone. The first character, A, has the metal to the left radical. Koumei, fame. This is written with the character for high and the character for name. Something with a high name is famous. Also notice that the character for high has the lid on top radical.